Prometheus actually created humanity, molding the first humans from clay and giving them life. Welcome to Deca Rankings. Today we'll be looking at the second-generation Titans, the children of the original gods. The children of the Titans were born into power and became legends. These were more than mere immortals. They were beings who shaped the world we know and paid terrible prices for their defiance. Today, we're exploring the second-generation Titans, ranked from unknown to most influential. Their stories are incredible. Number 13. Menoetius, the arrogant Titan. Menoetius was the Titan of violent anger, rash action, and human mortality, representing the destructive rage that leads to downfall. He was the son of Iapetus and Clymene, making him brother to Atlas, Prometheus, and Epimetheus. His name literally means doomed might, or ill-fated strength, foreshadowing his terrible fate. Unlike his clever brother Prometheus, Menoetius embodied brute force without wisdom, arrogance without strategy. During the Titanomachy, he fought zealously on the Titan's side, displaying such violent hubris that he attracted Zeus's personal attention. Zeus struck him down with a lightning bolt for his insolence and arrogance during the battle. The king of the gods then cast Menoetius into Erebus, the deepest darkness, as punishment for his presumption. Menoetius serves as a cautionary tale in Greek mythology. Raw power without wisdom leads only to destruction, and challenging the gods with arrogance rather than cleverness brings the harshest punishment. Number 12. Asteria, goddess of falling stars. Asteria was the titaness of falling stars, nocturnal oracles, and astrology, representing the prophetic power seen in celestial phenomena. She was the daughter of Chaos and Phoebe, making her sister to Leto and inheriting prophetic gifts from their mother. Her name means starry one, connecting her to the night sky and the omens mortals read in falling stars. Zeus pursued Asteria romantically, but unlike many who yielded to the king of the gods, she refused his advances. To escape Zeus's relentless pursuit, Asteria transformed herself into a quail and threw herself into the sea. She then became the floating island of Delos, which was sacred because it provided refuge for her sister Leto when she needed to give birth to Apollo and Artemis. Asteria married Perses, another second-generation Titan, and together they had one daughter, Hecate, the powerful goddess of magic and crossroads. Through Hecate, Asteria's legacy of prophecy and nocturnal magic continued into the Olympian age. Her story showcases autonomy and sacrifice. She chose transformation over submission, and her island became one of the most sacred places in Greece. Number 11. Perses, Titan of Destruction. Perses was the Titan of Destruction, particularly the violent destruction that comes in warfare and conquest. He was the son of Creus and Eurybia, connecting the celestial Titans to the primordial sea powers. His name means the destroyer, or to waste, representing the devastating force that tears down what others build. Perses married Asteria, the starry Titaness, in a union that combined destructive power with prophetic wisdom. Together they produced Hecate, one of the few Titan-descended deities whom Zeus allowed to keep her ancient powers. Unlike the more famous destructive forces in Greek mythology, Perseus operated as a cosmic principle rather than an active character in myths. His domain was the destruction that allows for renewal, the necessary breaking down of the old to make way for the new. Some traditions associate him with the destruction of summer into autumn, the seasonal cycle of death before rebirth. Though less prominent in mythology than other second-generation Titans, Perseus' role as destruction itself made him a fundamental cosmic force that even the Olympians couldn't eliminate. Number 10. Pallas, god of warcraft. Pallas was the Titan god of warcraft, battle strategy, and the military campaign season in spring. He was the son of Creus and Eurybia, brother to Perses and Astraeus, representing tactical warfare rather than pure violence. His name relates to wielding a weapon, specifically the javelin or spear used in battle. Pallas married an Oceanid, and together they had numerous children including Nike, victory, Bia, force, Zealous, zeal, and Kratos, strength, personifications of qualities essential to winning wars. These children famously sided with Zeus during the Titanomachy, making Pallas' legacy fight against the Titans themselves. According to Athenian tradition, the goddess Athena took the epithet Pallas, either after defeating a giant of that name or in honor of her childhood friend. Some traditions claim Pallas attempted to assault Athena, and she killed him, taking his name as a trophy, a dark origin for one of her most common titles. His association with spring warfare reflects the Greek practice of conducting military campaigns after winter, when armies could march and food was available. Though Pallas himself fades from prominence, through his children and his name's connection to Athena, his influence on Greek military culture remained profound. Number 9. Astraeus, god of stars and planets. Astræus was the Titan god of stars, planets, and astrology, representing the cosmic wisdom found in reading the heavens. He was the son of Creus and Eurybia, brother to Pallas and Perses, embodying the knowledge dimension of his family. His name means Starry One, or of the stars, connecting him to celestial navigation and the calendar systems based on stellar positions. Astræus married Eos, the goddess of dawn, creating a union between the stars of night and the light of morning. Together they produced the four wind gods, Boreas, Zephyrus, Notus, Eurus, and the stars themselves, including the wandering stars known as planets. This made Astræus essentially the father of the winds and grandfather of every star visible in the night sky. In ancient Greece, reading the stars wasn't mere superstition, but essential technology for navigation, agriculture, and religious calendars. Astræus represented the order and predictability of the heavens, the cosmic clock by which mortals structured their lives. Unlike many titans who fought and were imprisoned, Astræus' domain was too essential to disrupt. The stars had to continue their eternal dance regardless of which gods ruled Olympus. Number 8. Eos, goddess of the dawn. Eos was the rosy-fingered titaness of dawn, bringing light each morning and ushering in the new day. She was the daughter of Hyperion and Theia, making her sister to Helios, the sun, and Selene, the moon, completing the family of light. Her name means dawn, and Homer repeatedly described her with the epithet rosy-fingered, referring to the pink light that colors the sky as she opens the gates of heaven for her brother Helios. Each morning, Eos rose from the river Oceanus and rode her chariot across the sky, scattering darkness and bringing hope with the new day. She had a notorious reputation for her many love affairs with mortal men, possibly because Aphrodite cursed her for sleeping with Ares. Her most famous lover was Tithonus, whom she begged Zeus to make immortal, but tragically forgot to request eternal youth, so he aged forever. She also abducted the beautiful Cephalus and bore several children with various lovers, including Memnon, the Ethiopian hero of the Trojan War. Eos's tears each morning became the dew, showing her perpetual mourning for her fallen son Memnon, whom Achilles killed at Troy. Despite being a titaness, Eos retained her role after the Olympians took power, proving that some cosmic functions transcend divine politics. The dawn must come regardless of who rules the heavens. Number 7. Selene, goddess of the moon. Selene was the titaness of the moon, driving her silver chariot across the night sky and illuminating the darkness with her gentle light. She was the daughter of Hyperion and Theia, sister to Helios and Eos, representing the celestial light that rules when the sun sleeps. Her beauty was legendary, described with a crown of light, a flowing white robe, and sometimes with wings or riding a horse or bull. Each night, Selene drove her moon chariot drawn by 2 white horses across the heavens, measuring time through her monthly phases. Her most famous love story involved the mortal shepherd Endymion, whose beauty captivated the moon goddess so completely that she visited him each night. Selene asked Zeus to grant Endymion eternal life, and Zeus put him into an eternal sleep so he would remain forever young and beautiful, never aging or dying. She bore him 50 daughters, representing the 50 lunar months between Olympic Games, according to some traditions. The moon's phases and cycles were essential to ancient Greek life, governing calendars, religious festivals, and agricultural timing. Though later largely replaced in popular worship by Artemis, Selene remained the original personification of the moon itself, her nightly journey an eternal cosmic duty that continued regardless of divine politics. Number 6. Helios, god of the sun. Helios was the Titan god of the sun, driving his blazing chariot of fire across the sky each day, bringing light and warmth to the world. He was the son of Hyperion and Theia, brother to Selene and Eos, representing the most powerful and visible celestial body. Every morning, Helios rose from the Eastern Ocean in his golden chariot, pulled by 4 fire-breathing horses, drove across the dome of heaven, then descended into the west. His position in the sky meant he saw everything that happened on Earth, making him the ultimate witness whom gods and mortals called upon for oaths and testimony. Helios had numerous children, including Circe the witch, Pasiphae queen of Crete, Eetes king of Colchis, and Phaethon, who tragically tried to drive his father's sun chariot. The story of Phaethon is one of Greek mythology's greatest tragedies. The boy begged to drive the sun chariot for one day, but couldn't control the immortal horses and nearly burned the earth to ashes before Zeus struck him down with a thunderbolt. Helios witnessed Hades abducting Persephone and later testified about it, showing his role as the all-seeing eye of justice. Though later poets sometimes conflated him with Apollo, the Greeks originally distinguished between Helios, the physical sun, and Apollo, the god of light, music, and prophecy. Helios' daily journey was perhaps the most essential cosmic duty. Without the sun, all life would cease, making him irreplaceable even to Zeus. Number 5. Leto, mother of Apollo and Artemis. Leto was the titaness of motherhood, modesty, and womanly demure, but she's most famous as the mother of two of the most important Olympian gods. She was the daughter of Caius and Phoebe, inheriting prophetic wisdom from her mother and intellect from her father. Zeus fell in love with Leto and made her pregnant, igniting the jealous fury of his wife Hera. Hera's vengeance was terrible. She forbade any land under the sun to give Leto shelter to give birth, and she sent the serpent Python to hunt the pregnant Titaness. Leto wandered the world in agony, rejected everywhere she went, until she finally found refuge on Delos, the floating island formed from her sister Asteria. Delos, not fixed to the earth, wasn't technically land, and could offer sanctuary without defying Hera's decree. There, Leto endured 9 days and nights of labor, because Hera detained Eileithyia, the goddess of childbirth, finally birthing first Artemis, who then helped deliver her twin brother Apollo. Her children became two of the most powerful and respected Olympians: Apollo, god of prophecy, music, and the sun, and Artemis, goddess of the hunt and the moon. Leto's suffering and perseverance made her a symbol of maternal endurance, and her children fiercely defended her honor throughout mythology. Unlike most titans, Leto was honored and worshipped alongside her Olympian children, showing that some titan bloodlines successfully transitioned into the new divine order. Number 4. Metis, goddess of wisdom and Zeus's first wife. Metis was the titaness of wisdom, cunning intelligence, and wise counsel, representing the kind of practical, strategic thinking that wins battles and solves problems. She was an Oceanid, daughter of Oceanus and Tethys, and her name literally means cunning or craft. The quality Greeks called metis was cleverness, not just knowledge. When Zeus led the rebellion against Cronus, it was Metis who provided the crucial strategy. She crafted the potion that made Cronus vomit up Zeus's swallowed siblings. Without Metis' wisdom, the Olympian rebellion might have failed before it began, making her essential to Zeus's rise to power. Zeus took Metis as his first wife, valuing her counsel above all others and relying on her wisdom to establish his new cosmic order. But when Metis became pregnant, a prophecy declared that her second child would be a son who would overthrow Zeus, just as Zeus had overthrown Cronus. Terrified of repeating the cycle of divine succession, Zeus tricked Metis into turning herself into a fly, then swallowed her whole while she carried their daughter. The child, Athena, eventually burst fully formed from Zeus's head, inheriting both parents' wisdom, but with Zeus claiming her as born from himself alone. Metis continued to live inside Zeus, providing him with wise counsel from within, making Zeus's famous wisdom actually her wisdom channeled through him. Her fate represents both the power of feminine wisdom and the patriarchal fear of that power. Zeus couldn't destroy her wisdom, so he literally internalized it, making it part of himself. Number 3. Prometheus, the afterthought who doomed humanity. Prometheus was the titan god of afterthought, excuses, and learning from mistakes, quite literally thinking of the right action only after it's too late. He was the son of Iapetus and Clymene, brother to Prometheus, Atlas, and Menoetius, but very different from his clever brother. His name means afterthought or hindsight, in direct contrast to Prometheus, whose name means forethought. Together they represent reactive versus proactive thinking. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods to give to humanity, Zeus plotted terrible revenge against both titans and mankind. The gods created Pandora, the first woman, as a beautiful trap, giving her a jar, often mistranslated as box, and strict instructions never to open it. Zeus sent Pandora to Prometheus as a gift, and despite Prometheus explicitly warning his brother never to accept gifts from Zeus, Prometheus was captivated by her beauty and married her. Curiosity eventually drove Pandora to open the forbidden jar, releasing all the evils, diseases, sorrows, and sufferings that would plague humanity forever. Only hope remained inside. Prometheus' failure to heed his brother's warning brought misery into the world, making him responsible for humanity's fall from the Golden Age. His story serves as the ultimate cautionary tale about ignoring good advice, acting on impulse rather than reason, and the disastrous consequences of not thinking ahead. Yet there's tragedy in Prometheus too. He genuinely loved Pandora, and together they had a daughter, Pyrrha, who would later help repopulate the world after Zeus's great flood. Number 2. Atlas, bearer of the heavens. Atlas was the titan god of astronomy, navigation, and endurance, but he's most famous for his eternal punishment of holding up the sky. He was the son of Iapetus and Clymene, brother to Prometheus, Prometheus, and Menoetius, representing the strength that maintains cosmic order. During the Titanomachy, Atlas served as the general leading the Titan forces against Zeus and the Olympians, making him one of the primary antagonists in the divine war. When the Titans lost, Zeus punished Atlas with a fate worse than imprisonment in Tartarus. He was condemned to stand at the western edge of the world and hold up the sky for all eternity. This wasn't just the weight of the atmosphere, but the entire celestial dome, an impossible burden that Atlas could never escape or rest from. His punishment was strategic. Someone had to hold up the sky, and Zeus chose the enemy general who'd fought most fiercely against him. Atlas's daughters were the Pleiades, Hyades, and Hesperides, groups of nymphs transformed into constellations or guardians of divine treasures, carrying on his connection to celestial and western realms. Heracles once tricked Atlas during his quest for the golden apples of the Hesperides, temporarily taking the sky burden while Atlas fetched the apples, then cleverly giving it back. The story of Perseus shows Atlas's suffering. When the hero showed him Medusa's head, Atlas was transformed into a mountain range, the Atlas Mountains, finally finding stone-like relief from his burden. Atlas represents ultimate endurance and the price of rebellion. His eternal punishment serves as a monument to Zeus's power and a warning to any who would challenge Olympian authority. Number 1. Prometheus, champion and creator of humanity. Prometheus was the Titan god of forethought, crafty counsel, and the greatest champion humanity ever had, willing to suffer eternal torment for our sake. He was the son of Iapetus and Clymene, brother to Atlas, Prometheus, and Menoetius, but his intelligence far surpassed his siblings. His name means forethought, or thinking ahead, representing the ability to see consequences before acting, making him the wisest of the Titans. According to some traditions, Prometheus actually created humanity, molding the first humans from clay and giving them life with Athena's help. Even in traditions where he didn't create humans, he loved them as a father and constantly worked to improve their condition. When Zeus hid fire from humanity to keep them weak and ignorant, Prometheus stole it from the god's hearth, or from Helios' chariot, and delivered it to mortals in a hollow fennel stalk. Fire represented not just warmth and cooking, but technology, art, civilization itself. Prometheus gave humans the tool that would lift them from animals to civilized beings. Zeus was furious at this defiance and devised a horrific punishment. Prometheus was chained to a rock in the Caucasus Mountains where an eagle came every day to eat his liver, which regenerated each night, creating an eternal cycle of agony. For thousands of years, Prometheus endured this torture, never breaking, never apologizing, always believing that humanity was worth his suffering. He also possessed dangerous knowledge, a prophecy about who would eventually overthrow Zeus, giving him leverage but refusing to use it for his own freedom unless Zeus changed his ways. Eventually, Heracles killed the eagle and freed Prometheus, with Zeus allowing it because his son's glory reflected well on him, and perhaps because even Zeus came to respect the Titan's unbreakable will. Prometheus represents the ultimate rebel hero, the one who defies tyranny for the sake of the powerless, who suffers eternally for his principles, and who believes that progress and knowledge are worth any price. His gift of fire transformed humanity from helpless creatures to a species that could challenge even the gods, making him not just the greatest of the second-generation Titans, but one of the most important figures in all of Greek mythology. The second-generation Titans were very powerful, and they shaped the fundamental relationship between gods and mortals. Their stories remind us that the greatest power isn't always strength, but wisdom, foresight, and the courage to stand up for what's right, no matter the consequences. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the children of the Titans, subscribe to the Deca Rankings for more mythology content. Which second-generation Titan story do you think is relevant today? Drop a comment below.